Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a joy to be here, and it's been a great conference, and I'm just very appreciative for the opportunity to have gotten to chat with a number of you. Jeremy and I have been looking forward to coming down from Pennsylvania for some time. So, again, my name is Danny Tanner. I have 5 kids. I have a wife, and my in-laws live with me, and so we definitely have a full house. I grew up Lutheran. My dad was a Lutheran pastor, and I thoroughly enjoyed loving God, enjoying the traditions of the church. I remember as a kid, I just wanted to be involved, join the choir, those kinds of things, enjoyed Sunday school, and so I just really enjoyed that. I don't remember my younger brother, my older sister really in the same place, but I remember that, and it was, looking back, it was a really good time. Although, I just remember, looking back, I learned the basic Bible stories. But the thing that was missing, I learned the Bible stories, the traditions and all that, but I didn't really remember really learning about who God is and, understanding about the kingdom and about Messiah Jesus. And so let me just give you a brief history. So that's my childhood, and then starting in about high school through college and young adult years, that was a really a time of growth, a time of understanding my gifts and being used in the local church. But back in high school is when I got connected with the Anabaptist denomination of the Brethren in Christ, and so that all took place in the midst of that. And so then in 2002, I had the opportunity, the privilege of becoming a worship pastor. And so then this transitioned into an associate pastor and then an executive pastor for the last couple of years. So that lasted for about 11 years. And then in 2013, a friend of mine and I had the opportunity to plant a church, a home church. And that continues on to this day. And so, as I look back over my adult years, I can recall many times when I would pause to consider and question the things that I believed about God and Jesus, namely the doctrine of the Trinity and the belief that we would go to heaven when we die, those kinds of things. But I never paused long enough to allow myself to really dive in deep enough to have the opportunity to deconstruct what I believed or to embrace something new. And quite frankly, I had no idea that there was a biblical Unitarian way of thinking about God. And I actually assumed that if I gave myself the permission to step away from the traditional beliefs, my traditional beliefs, that I would just have to basically renounce my faith. I didn't know that there was another way to walk, and so I just simply settled on really just chalking it all up to mystery, and I just kind of had to be okay with that, at least for that time. So during those 11 years as a pastor, I got to know Jeremy Bowders, and so about a year and a half ago, his family was able to join us at our home church, and so we started to have conversations on a regular basis, and we would share books that we were reading, and Jeremy introduced me to the Trinities podcast and to Anthony Buzzard's works and Restitutio and all that, and that started to have an effect on me, and it gave me permission to start asking questions and to think differently. And so I began to devour some new books and to listen to as much teaching as I could regarding the biblical Unitarian beliefs. And so the Bible began to come alive to me and made sense like never before. I started seeing things clearly for the first time. And so, I could be upset that I hadn't been made aware of this teaching for so long, but I just choose to really be grateful to God and His grace that has led me to discover these Unitarian truths. And so my wife and I are eager to study together and to continue to embrace the truths about the one God, our Father, and His Son Jesus, the human Messiah, and to teach our kids in these ways and to give them opportunities to grow. Again, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be here.